hello. How's everyone's? Everyone's. Happy Monday. It's our first day back from the dragon. And Winter decided she was just going to kick everybody in the nuts. Yeah, we don't get like this nice little ease in. No, she just kicks your ass into the deep end and says, sink or swim, bitch. That's all I know to tell you. We've had flurries at 32 degrees. It's cold outside. So what are we doing? We're going to make some soup because that's what I want. How about we do ham and bean? All right, let me turn you around. I'll show you where we're at. All right, we've got about one ham steak. It's, they're big, basically. They're big. It's at about 2 cups. I just chopped up the whole ham steak. We're going to turn it up a little bit. It wants you to brown off all the ham, and if there's any excess grease, drain it off, and then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. We'll add the 1 cup of onion and the 1 cup of carrots and the 3 garlic cloves that I mashed up, and we'll start to cook those down. So come back when these are brown. All right, now, hang on, let me turn you around. I didn't mean to turn you in a minute. All right, the ham is all browned off. I had to kind of turn that up to get all the water out of it. Now, you see all this? Don't wash that pan. Oh, we got an escapee. Put that back. Don't wash that pan. Now, I've pulled it off the heat because I don't want that to burn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we're going to put our vegetables in, the carrots, the onion, and the garlic, and let it go for a minute, and then we're going to add all the spices. All right, there's the vegetables, 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to cook this off just a little bit. Then we'll add our spices. Now, looky here. The butter ain't even melted. You see this? See how most of that's gone now? Remember what I told you, that brown food tastes good? That's where all the flavor it is from all that ham. So we want to leave that in there so that it gets in the soup. So come back after this is melted. All right, those have cooked down pretty nicely nice. In this, I have 2 bay leaves. I have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 3/4 of a teaspoon of both thyme and oregano, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne. So we're going to mix all that in there, stir it around, let it cook for a minute. Sorry for the steam. And then we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of flour. All right, now we're going to cook this down just a few minutes, get that raw taste out of that flour because it don't taste good. So probably a minute or 2. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 cup of stock, get everything in so that it's not lumpy or anything like that, and then slowly add in the other 3 cups of stock. All right, make it look like that, nicey nice. And then slowly add in, a little at the time, the rest of your stock. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add half of the beans in here. We're going to turn it down to a simmer, and we're going to let it go for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll tell you later why. Just be patient. My goodness. Could you throw a little wine in this? Of course. Of course you could. You do what you want to do. All right. That's all 4 cups of broth. All right. Now look it. I didn't buy beans. I had a quart size of white northerns. So it wanted them rinsed. So that's what I did. And we're going to put half of these beans in there. And then we're going to turn this up, bring it up to a boil, then turn it down and let it simmer for about 10-15 minutes. Also, this is a really good time to clean up the mess that you just made because you've got 10 to 15 minutes of sitting and waiting. So clean your dishes. All right, now it wants us to take about 2 cups of the soup, blend this up, and then put it back in the soup. Now, I'm going to use my immersion blender. You need to be very careful. This is very hot. Whether you use a food processor, a bullet, or this, you need to be careful. That's steaming. See? You see all that steam coming off? Yeah. You don't want that on your skin. It'll burn the hell out of you. Now that is why we didn't add all the beans at the same time. So now we're going to go put this back in the soup. Sorry, there you go. We're going to add in the beans and the heavy cream and the milk and the ham. And then we're going to let it cook for probably about another 10 minutes. And then what we'll do is we'll add the ham in. And it does call for spinach. If you don't like it, don't put it in there. I like it. So that means I'm going to put it in my bowl and not in the whole thing because the prince doesn't like it. So you can do that or you can omit it. It's totally up to you. So let's go back to the stove. There we go. All right, we've added all that basically back in. We're going to add in the milk. We're going to add in all of our ham. Ooh, that barely fits in this little old pot. All right. Now we're going to let this cook for about another 10 minutes. And then we're going to taste it and we're going to make sure that it tastes good, that it's got all the seasonings, that we're happy with it, and all that lovely stuff. Because just because they said to put that much in it, that don't mean that it's enough. You got to taste it before you serve it to your peoples, okay? All right, and I'm just going to use this bowl to put my soup back in because I've done enough dishes. That's why I tell you to clean up as you go because I don't want to do dishes after I've eaten dinner. I'm full. I'm full. All right, it's a late dinner. It's already 7:48, so come back here in just a few minutes and we'll finish this up. It looks good. I mean, I ain't going to lie. I look pretty good. It smells good too. Come on back. All right, now I put spinach in my bowl, and then I'm going to add my soup into that because he don't like spinach. All right, here's mine, and I added a little Parmesan because I could. So let me get this mixed up, and then we'll taste it. All righty. Now it's hot, so it'll wilt that spinach pretty good. Maybe. Hopefully it's not just going to destroy my mouth. I still have sutures in, so I got to be careful a little bit. All right, we'll taste the broth. All right, so this is white bean and ham soup.
Is it like an M1, like berry or something, you know? Yeah.
That's pretty tasty. We'll get a little bit of everything on this one. Hang on. That's pretty good. It's good and warm because it's super cold out. Ooh, I think I like it. I think I'd want the broth just to be maybe just a little bit more thick. I could maybe just not add quite so much broth to it. Right? That would make it thicker. I think this one's a keeper. So white bean and ham soup. Y'all know the rules if you want your recipe. It's Pinterest. Comment down below. Y'all stay warm. Love you, bye.